What is up, everybody? SSB Parrot here, back with a brand new YouTube video. Now, this one is going to be a bit different. I did go garage selling this week, but I only found a few things since I only went to a few sales, and I'll talk about why I did that later. But I got a pretty big Gamecube haul, not from garage sales, but a friend that I know is not going to be, he's going to be gone for a couple of years, so he gave me all his GameCube games, to keep forever, but he said, when he comes back, if he wants to borrow a game or something like that, then, yeah, I'll do that, but these are mine from now on, so he just gave them to me. It was super nice of him. He didn't ask for anything. He just said it was for Christmas, so really generous for him. There are a few games that he's still looking for, which I'll talk about afterwards, and most of these games were not in the best of condition. A few of them actually did not work. One of them I know for sure will never work again, but the other three I'm pretty sure I can get resurfaced. But anyways, first let's move on to the garage sale finds. The only reason why I went to a couple of garage sales was because I'm kind of sick right now. Stuffed nose, sore throat. So when I got up, I didn't get up super early in the morning at 6 or 6:30. I got up around 7:30 to 8, and I left at 8-ish. So I didn't go to too many garage sales, but I did actually find a few little tiny things. Unfortunately, I had a lot of disappointments, though. I had two people tell me that they had a lot of stuff, but one person said that the other guy, that their husband was a collector and would not sell any of it, not even the Dreamcast he didn't have any cords for, so I was kind of kicking myself for asking about what they had. And then this woman who said at the last sale they had everything GameCube stuff, but they did have a few things, which I'll get into in a minute. But at one garage sale, I just found one thing for $2. Oh wait, there was one other disappointment. I had a guy, the very last sale I went to, said that he would text me about some N64 games once he got home, and he never did. So more than likely I won't ever hear from him again. Which sucks, because that is the second time I've missed out on a potential N64 opportunity. So kicking myself for not just making him go and grab it real quick. But yeah. The first sale I got something at, I actually did. This isn't the copy, this is my copy, but I actually gave the copy I found to my friend for his birthday, because I went to his house later that day. For $2, I got Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Again, this isn't my copy. I mean, this is my copy. The other copy was non-player's choice, so non-Nintendo Select, and was in arguably better condition. I feel like it had more stuff in there, but both the discs are in equally good condition, as in they've never really been played, and the manuals were all there and everything was there. So I got that for $2. A $10 game, so it doesn't really matter that I sold it, because, it was a birthday gift. But at this next sale that I got some stuff, this was the sale that she said at her last sale she sold, and she specifically mentioned that she had a ton of GameCube stuff, so I'm just really, really kind of not happy about that, but she did come out with a few Xbox games, and this, something I've actually been looking for a while, something I did not own. No charger, unfortunately, but a PlayStation Portable. Now, I've actually been looking for this because I have Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core for the PSP. I got that at Goodwill, and I've been really wanting to play it, but I haven't really been wanting to spend the money on a PlayStation Portable. Unfortunately, no charger, but it's $5 easy on eBay. And then after I actually went to the yard sale, and I was in the car looking at things, I opened up the compartment, and there was a game inside. Now, at first, I was kind of disappointed, because I was like, it's a sports game. It's NBA 2K12. But surprisingly, this is a $10 game, even without the case. I have no idea why. Don't ask me. But yeah, it's pretty valuable. So that'll probably be sold just to make up for the money, because I don't really want a loose basketball game. She also had Shaun White snowboarding, but that's a $2 game, so I was like, eh. And then the only Xbox 360 game that I was interested in, and the only one that was actually worth something, complete in box, I haven't really checked the condition of the disc. It's a little scratched, but it is Injustice: Gods Among Us, which is actually a $10 game, which is the price I paid for everything. So $10 for the PlayStation Portable and the Injustice: Gods Among Us. She told me to make an offer. I didn't want to say $5 because I feel like that would put her off. So I offered 10 and she jumped at it. So in hindsight, I probably should have offered her $5 and she absolutely would have taken it. But yeah, that was all I found for garage sale stuff. I will be going to the garage sale 2 weeks from now. Next week I am going to be working on Saturday, but 2 weeks I'm not. So that's going to be really nice. Alright, now on to the big thing of the video. The Gamecube Hall. Like I said, my friend just gave me all the stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of it is in really shitty condition. Missing manuals, heavily scratched discs, and 4 of the games out of the, I believe it was like 16 total, did not work. First, we'll go to the one that I am the most disappointed about, Donkey Konga. He couldn't find the barrels either, but this is one game that I'm actually not too certain I can fix even with resurfacing, because there are some pretty deep scratches in there. So I might have to just deal with the fact that I don't, it won't work. Then another game I'm not really too bummed about, Muppets Party Cruise. But I'm sure this one will work fine, because honestly, this one doesn't really have, it's just really scratched. Like, I can definitely get this resurfaced and it'll work again. The one that I'm absolutely positive will never work again, and one I'm kind of upset about because it's actually kind of a decently expensive game, NBA Street Volume 2. Let's see. Also, none of these had the manuals, so I wasn't really missing out. But I don't know if you can see that. Right here, there's just yeah, now you can see it. There's just a massive crack, like he stepped on the game or something. So that more than likely won't ever work again. Hopefully I might be able to get it fixed, but I doubt it. And then finally, again, not really a game I'm missing out on. SpongeBob SquarePants the movie. I honestly don't know if I can get this to work because it's still scratched, but there's like this like, I don't know, this really hard to get smudge out of the way. I don't know if you can see that either. Okay, no, right there you can see. I couldn't get it out even with like Clorox wipe or wet paper towel. Let me know if there's actually anything I can, do about that. Because I couldn't get it out with the means I had. Okay, now on to all the games that work. I actually did get a few handheld games from him. So first we'll start off with the one Nintendo DS game. It is a loose game of Pokemon Ranger. I had this game as a kid, but I don't know what happened to it. I got it just for replay purposes because I know a lot of people don't say it's exactly a good game, but I have really fond memories of it. Again, another game that not a lot of people talk about, but was a pivotal part of my childhood that I don't know where it is. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red. I like the ones on the Nintendo DS better, like Sky and Explorers Dark and stuff like that, but this one was also just a classic. And then one game that I've been really wanting to play for a long time, but one that I've never really come across or owned or anything like that, but it's an RPG. Unfortunately, it is the one in the worst condition, Golden Sun. You can see right there, there's a little bit of a label tear, and it's pretty scratched up and faded. But it's all free, so really you can't complain. Alright, now let's get on to the GameCube games, the main part of this. The ones that work. First, we'll start off with the Game Boy player. Now, this, it came with the other thing, the one you plug into the GameCube, but I already plugged that in. It works great. I'm super glad I can finally own one of these, because I always love playing. I always liked the idea of it, and the screen is actually really good on the the Game Boy player for the GameCube. Now, I'm going in alphabetical order, so there's no particular, these, I'm saving the best for last, but, it's just, it goes in alphabetical order, and I'll mention whether or not the game is complete, because a lot of them aren't. But the first game is actually complete, and one that I'm actually pretty happy that it's complete. Animal Crossing. game I've been really wanting to play forever. It works just fine. Player's choice version, which kind of sucks, but whatever. So I'm really stoked to play that. Oh my god, sorry. Back is like killing me. Oh my god, I might have to. I'll lean up against the wall and just move the laptop a bit closer. So again, I'm only gonna mention if it has the manual, not if it doesn't, because a lot of these don't. Frogger's Adventure: The Rescue. Heard kind of like mixed reviews about it. Player's choice version of Lego Star Wars. Now this one actually didn't work when I first put it in, but I just cleaned it up and it worked great. This game is complete, and it's actually the game in probably the best condition, unfortunately. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy. I own this Lego Star Wars on the PlayStation 1. Not 1, 2, but I don't own the GameCube version, so that's nice. Really excited to get this game. Unfortunately, it is not complete, and the disc is pretty scratched up, but it still works. Mario Party 5. Apparently this is the best one. I've heard from a lot of people that it's the best one, but I've never played it before. I've only played 7, 8, and 1. Those are the only ones I've ever played, so I'm super excited to play that. Monsters Incorporated Scream Arena. One of the best games in terms of value-wise. Unfortunately, does not have the manual, but and actually didn't work at first, but it was just very, very smudged, like fingerprint smudges. But he didn't have the first one, unfortunately. But Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is actually the more expensive one, so really happy about that. It doesn't have the manual, but it does have the not the instruction booklet, the safety precautions booklet, and like this, I don't know, program or whatever. I don't really know, nor do I really care. And then this game is the best game of the lot. I'm very happy that I got this, and it is actually complete and in really nice condition too, except for the GameStop logo right there you can see. But this Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I own Coliseum already, but this is a game I played when I was like 6 or 7 and remember renting it from Blockbuster and never owning it. And I forgot most of the stuff. Oh, excuse me, just 1 sec. Sorry about that, my alarm went off on my phone. Alright. We have 4 more games. This one has just the precautions booklet, but Rayman 3, Hoodlum Havoc. Game I own for the PlayStation 2, and one of my least favorite games of all time, Shadow the Hedgehog. This game is just awful. It's just not good. It's bad. The story is cringy. The gameplay is terrible and shaky. In my opinion, I've played Sonic 06 and Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, or not, Rise of Lyric. I hate that game more than the other two. Like, the other two, this is probably going to be a very unpopular opinion, the other two at least have some replay value in the terms of just how glitchy and how awful the games are, especially Sonic 06, but this game doesn't really have any glitches. It's just bad. Like, controls are shaky, gameplay is, not gameplay. Well, gameplay is awful, but the story is awful too. Just not a game that I would recommend to anyone. Very bad. And then, this one is actually a good Sonic game, though. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Player's choice version. Again, no manual or anything like that, but it does work. And then finally, Yu-Gi-Oh! The False Bound Kingdom? I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! I could care less, to be honest. But I actually hear these Yu-Gi-Oh! Games are pretty decent RPGs, so I might give it a go. If not, I'll just have it in the collection. But yeah, everything there was absolutely free. The best games being Pikmin 2 and Pokemon XD, Animal Crossing, Mario Party 5, Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Yeah, those are all really good, solid games that I'm really excited to play. Like I said, I've played Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and I can't wait to relive that experience, because I remember just being an amazing game. Like, I loved it as a kid. The one time I played it, But anyways, guys, that is it. Make sure you actually check out the last video I posted, the one I uploaded yesterday, the rare LCD game I found at Goodwill. And if you didn't watch that video and you're watching this video, I am announcing that Goodwill videos are going to be monthly, considering I've only found 3 things since it opened on January 13th. So more than likely, I will be finding enough every week to make a video. More than likely, it'll take a month at least. I found things that I don't get, like the disc games. Like every single time I go in, there's always just like 6 games only, and they're all the PlayStation 2 Disney Sing It, or like Crimson Skies for the Xbox. Games that no one is ever gonna buy. But I did find a few things that weren't exactly video game related, were video game related, but weren't exactly video games, like the LCD handheld. Which, by the way, if you haven't watched that video, go watch it, because the story is crazy interesting. It is something I would have never in a million years expected to be so rare and hard to find. Like, not even kidding, it's probably going to be the rarest thing I'll find until I find, like, I don't fucking know, like Hagani, the Final Conflict. I don't even think that is as rare as that game. But again, Hagani has a market for it. That really doesn't. So, while it's cool and rare, I would have much rather the rare thing that I would have found been like Hagani or Little Samson. But I'm not complaining. It's still really cool and amazing to have. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep your eyes out for a 2016 garage sale recap. In that, you actually will see what I found before I started making YouTube videos, because I actually just started in April of last year. So that was before I started making YouTube. So you will get to see what I found during those months that I wasn't making YouTube videos. But yeah, I'll also have that out. I'll have the Google video out probably either towards the end of February or the beginning of March. And then I will have, if I find anything. I'm not making any promises, because despite it warming up a bit in Arizona already, it's already starting to get like in the high 80s. I fucking hate it here. Despite it already starting to warm up, it is like there hasn't been as many sales as I expected there to be. So hopefully during like May, June, July, that's when the garage sales pickups will increase, because that's when I found all my stuff last year, save for that one day in November. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and take care. Bye.